Alliance of Changemakers, a platform initiated and established by the IC Center for Governance. Dharam Singh Meena of the Indian Forest Service has worked in Uttarakhand to bring water back in villages, provide employment, and reduce migration.
Between Tehri and Masuri block, there are two blocks mainly, Chamba block and Fakot block, and there are 34 villages. These villages are having very good tourist opportunities, but due to lack of water, people often migrate. So I was told by the Khuret Pradhan. Khuret is a village. Like there was a village nearby Khuret, Sod. So I was visiting the area and I was told, sir, कि यदि आप कुछ इस एरिया के लिए कर पाएं और माइग्रेशन को रोक पाएं तो ये भूतिया विलेज पुनः आबाद हो सकते हैं. ओनली कारण वाटर है, पानी है. वैली में नीचे पानी है रिवर में, लेकिन ऊपर के रिजेज पर पानी नहीं पहुंच पाता है और हमें पानी मसूरी से या टेहरी से लाना पड़ता है और वो बहुत कॉस्ट उसमें लगता है. इस कारण से हम लोग माइग्रेट कर रहे हैं. दैट नाइट आई कुड नॉट स्लीप कि केवल इस कारण से माइग्रेशन हो रहा है, बिकॉज माइग्रेशन इज ए बिग प्रॉब्लम इन उत्तराखंड. And after a few days, I could see few agitations for Heval River Bachao Andolan. Then I decided to work on river rejuvenation project. So in the beginning, I thought it should be people centric, and it has to be comprehensive and should be inclusive and sustainable also. So in the May 2018, we had a stakeholders meeting. We invited all the stakeholders like IIT Roorkee, National Institute of Hydrology Roorkee, many NGOs working in Uttarakhand in the water field, Central Soil and Water Conservation Institute Dehradun, local villages, one panchayats, many government officials. So in Uttarakhand, over 5 lakhs people have migrated out the hills of Uttarakhand in last 10 years. This is the report of Palayan Ayog. Around 734 ghost villages in the states are existing presently. And this migration driven mainly by employment and enhancement of livelihood. And water is the central to the village economy and ecology. And so vital to life, the cost of rapid development, climate change and increasing demand for water has been paid by our rivers. Some of these rivers have disappeared from our maps.
Revived springs and a river.
And the area of the catchment is around 50,000 hectares. It's a huge area. It took around a year to complete the survey, through which we identified 66 springs, 17 streams, and riverbed as I carried out in the area. Then we found that our interventions should be natural and we should not disturb the ecology of the area, but we should reinforce the ecology of the area. Therefore, near natural conditions were recreated in the area. Those were disturbed by the unplanned cutting of roads and erratic rainfall conditions and unirrigated land which was left over, and because of not plowing the land, the recharge zone of the land of the area was disturbed.
Coordinated with the IIT Roorkee in this project.
Help of IIT Roorkee, through radioisotope study was very useful to us, and various instruments were also implemented so that we can also have a track over the climate change conditions, because this would be the future need. We cannot ensure sustenance of the river unless we have data with us. And more than 1 lakh people directly depend on this river. So it was very important task for the entire district administration also. So we had, and in the beginning we started with the springs, then small interventions were made, and we came to know so many problems while executing the project. There were a lot of issues, local issues also, encroachment issues were there, political issues were there, and technical issues like our staff was not well trained, and the people also agitated at many places. They had no confidence in the beginning, but later on they were the real executors of the project. After having lot of training, deliberations, and involvement of NGOs and awareness creations, we could uh, we could uh, you know uh, revive 33 springs. And there were incidences while I was visiting the area. Many pradhans uh, used to come to me and they used to say, sir, हमारे एरिया में भी प्लीज करिए, और हमें पानी की बहुत सख्त आवश्यकता है. At a Gunogi village, I was told by the Pradhan that we had no water earlier, and now 1.5 इंची का पाइप हमारे गांव तक जा चुका है, और गांव में सभी अभी पानी हमें समर में उपलब्ध हो जा रहा है.
benefiting many people in that area.
Front development, and around 1,000 people, young people, are directly benefited by this riverfront work. We were nil in the beginning but now our own team could rejuvenate. They have learned the um, entire technique of the river rejuvenation, and they themselves surveyed the area, identified the springs, and geohydrological study were also done by our team itself, and they have been recording the recharge and runoff of the area. And local villagers, the samitis, now they have been trained. This was the outcome. I could really feel happy and satisfied. Through our efforts, we could really bring the change to the local people.
Well done, Dharam Singh. Keep it up.